Tune in to Good Vibes with Good Vibes Productions. Let the journey begin. Slow down, breathe, and connect with your inner state of calm.
In a world that's drowning in so much pain, suffering and injustice, us everyday humans who have no great influence, power or platform, we at times can feel hopeless and overwhelmed at the state of things. The truth is that when the problems are big and out of our control, we as a single individual have little resources to contribute to meaningful and positive change. Doing today's compassion meditation, it is one way that we can all contribute positively to change. It is one way that we can all make a positive difference to the world that we live in. It is also a meditation that can be directed a little closer to home, whether that be to someone you know who is in pain or suffering, or maybe it is yourself. Today we are going to do an extending compassion meditation. It is a meditation that is inspired by Buddhist Tonglen, a Buddhist practice of giving and taking, or sending and receiving. More specifically, this practice involves consciously breathing in the pain and the suffering of yourself and others, and then exhaling, sending space, compassion and healing to both yourself and others. This compassion meditation, it has the power to open our heart and to deepen our love and compassion for not only ourselves but for the world around us. And by embracing rather than rejecting the unwanted and painful aspects of human experience, we can overcome the fear and learn how to balance both the pain and the suffering whilst cultivating greater empathy for others. Yes, this extending compassion practice, it may feel a little scary. After all, the thought of taking on extra pain and suffering can be worrying for most. But with that said, people have been practicing the compassion meditation for more than 1,000 years, and there is growing evidence to show that it can lessen anxiety, create peace of mind, and foster an increased sense of connection to others. The truth is, the only problem that you may face is that you do feel too much emotion when facing other people's suffering and pain. If this does happen to you, just simply meditate on a less serious issue and situation of pain. Today's practice can help reduce the stress of larger problems in the world like COVID, war, and systemic racism. It is also a remedy that can snap us out of our own self-entitlement and self-centeredness and remind us all of our shared suffering, our shared humanity, and our shared capacity to change and overcome problems. So find yourself a comfortable position, either laying down or sitting up. Get yourself comfortable with eye pillows, blankets, cushions, or bolsters. Set up your space with intention. You may like to light a candle or burn an incense. Maybe hold in your hand your favorite crystal. For me today, I am sitting on my meditation cushion and I have a handmade blanket that is deeply sentimental to me, draped around my shoulders. I am burning a eucalyptus and sage candle, and in my hand I am holding my rose quartz crystal, the crystal of the heart and deep, unconditional love. And a few moments ago, before I joined you, I cleansed my space with a little smoking ceremony. So I will give you a few moments now to set up your space and to settle in. Welcome to the Collective podcast. My name is Claire, and here at the Collective podcast, you can tune into my sleep stories and meditations, as well as mindful moment reflections where I share my ideas and thoughts on subjects such as mindfulness, gratitude, authenticity, and living more slowly. Your journey to a more calmer, present, and intentional state of being starts right now. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath in, feeling the weight of your body make contact with the ground below you. Relax the forehead, jaw, and neck. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, let the shoulders drop and relax. Allow your belly to soften. Breathing into your heart space, allow the chest, the belly, thighs, and calves to soften and relax. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Inviting yourself to soften, expand, and allow. Spend a few moments here following the breath while you soften the mind and the body. Allow yourself to relax and settle into this moment. You are here and present, gently following the sound of my voice and the words that I speak. Take a moment to set your intention, to invite in feelings of pain and suffering while remaining present with it. And if this is your first extending compassion meditation, don't worry, you will only be focusing on something that you can handle. And when things get tough, remind yourself that the breath, it grounds you. The breath, it protects you. The breath, it strengthens your resilience to pain and suffering. Now envision a pink bubble around you. This is your safe space. And if anything comes up that you don't feel able to handle in that moment, return to this space and return to your breath and invite the breath to soften and dissolve any intensity of emotions. Together, we will take another minute or two to connect with a deeper state of calm, simply observing and tuning in to our own awareness. Let us now connect with a sense of compassion. In order to do this, you may like to bring your attention to the softness of your heart, or evoke a memory that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Something simple like a playful puppy, maybe witnessing an act of kindness, or a child's smile. Breathing in, invite the warm feeling of compassion to pierce and permeate your heart. Allow the compassion to fill your heart, your entire being, and the room that surrounds you. Tuning inwards, reflect and sense if there's any part of yourself that is asking for healing attention today. Any place where you've been feeling stuck, you feel like you've contracted or maybe become a little reactive. Could it be that you suffer some anxiety, depression, grief, anger, physical pain? Find something that you'd like to bring the healing presence of compassion to today. Whatever personal pain or suffering you are dealing with in your life, know that other people feel this too. You are not alone. Healing begins with the realization that there are millions of others just like you who at this very moment are feeling the same pain or sadness as you are. Millions of other people feeling exactly how you do, dealing with similar challenges and having to find resilience and peace within the dark clouds of pain and suffering. Now imagine yourself and these millions of people in a loving circle holding hands. You are all together, all feeling the same pain and suffering. Visualize the suffering as a dark, heavy cloud that is surrounding you all. Move your awareness to your heart space and breathe in deeply. And as you breathe in, imagine yourself inhaling those dark, heavy, uncomfortable, cloudy feelings directly into your heart. Breathing in all the pain and the suffering of what you are feeling and what they are feeling. Breathe in all the pain and suffering of those people who are dealing with the same emotion that you are. As you breathe in the darkness and the pain, your breath, it may feel a little heavy, grainy, slow. You're breathing in the grit, the rawness. You have shown up today and have a willingness to breathe in the hard stuff of life. You're breathing in substance and honesty. Now direct your breath to the exhale. And as you breathe out from the heart space, imagine that your heart, it is a source of golden, warm, compassionate light. And you are breathing that light out and into everyone in your circle who is experiencing the same pain and suffering as you do. Let the golden, warm, compassionate light permeate every cell of your being. Let it permeate everyone in your circle. Returning to the in-breath, breathing in deeply. Imagine that the dark, cloudy feelings of suffering are fading as they are being drawn down into the light of your heart. The dark cloud of suffering is transforming into a golden, warm light at the center of your heart, slowly alleviating pain and suffering. Exhaling completely, breathe out relief and space for all sufferers' hearts and minds to be able to live with their discomfort, fear, anguish, pain and suffering. Breathing in, inhale compassion for yourself and others. And then exhale loving, healing energy to yourself and to them. Next, we're going to expand our compassion further outward. So visualize a person or being that you would like to help. It could be a loved one, or maybe it is someone you have never met. It could be someone that you have seen on TV. Maybe it's a vulnerable person from a minority group. It could be an animal. It could even be someone in particular. It could even be someone in a particular town, place, or country. Maybe it is even something in nature or on the planet. Next, we are going to expand our compassion further outward. So visualize a person or being that you would like to help today. It could be a loved one, or maybe it is someone that you have never met. It could be someone that you have seen on TV, a vulnerable person from a minority group. It could be an animal. It could even be someone who's living in a particular town or country. And maybe it is something in nature or on the planet that is hurting right now. So imagine seeing this person, this being or place in your mind. Now let's make the taking in and the sending out even bigger, more impactful. So whoever or whatever you are visualizing in your mind to send love, light and relief of suffering to, extend it out to all those people, beings and places that are in the exact same situation. Visualize a dark, heavy cloud of pain and suffering hovering over whoever and whatever you are visualizing. Slowly inhaling, becoming mindful of the energy of pain that you observe and are willing to absorb. Noticing a heavy, dark, dampening energy. Bring to mind the way in which they are suffering. Visualize being in their position. Breathe in their pain so you are taking the suffering out of them and into yourself. Breathing in deeply, continue to breathe in all the pain and suffering. Allow yourself to feel the pain and suffering. Acknowledge the pain and suffering. With each in-breath, imagine inhaling the cloudy, dark feelings away from them and into your own heart. With each breath in, you are cleansing and lightening their burden. As you breathe in the darkness, pain and suffering, your breath, it may feel heavy, grainy, slow. Breathing in the grit, the rawness and vulnerability of the world. You have a willingness to breathe in the hard stuff of life. Breathing in substance and honesty. Take a couple of breaths here to ground yourself. Remind yourself that you are strong and you do have the resilience to support those in pain and suffering. You do have the ability to balance both joy and suffering in your heart. Gently exhaling, connect the breath with intent. Breathe out from the heart space. Imagine that your heart is a source of golden, warm, compassionate light. And you are breathing that light outward. The golden, warm, compassionate light, it permeates every cell of their being. It also permeates every cell in your being. Breathe out peace, justice and happiness into the world. Visualize sending whatever it is that is needed to ease suffering. Breathe healing energy out into the world. Returning to the in-breath, breathing in deeply. Imagine that the dark, cloudy feelings of suffering are slowly fading as they are being drawn down into the light of your heart. The dark cloud of suffering is transforming into a golden, warm light at the center of your heart, alleviating the pain and suffering. Exhaling completely, breathe out relief and space for all the sufferers' hearts and minds to be able to survive their pain and suffering. Exhaling, send out a beautiful stream of warm, golden healing light. Exhale support and love. Exhale positivity and hope. Exhale light, compassion and strength. Breathing in, draw in any final dark clouds that remain. As the dark feelings enter your heart, imagine that they are disappearing without a trace into the light of your compassionate heart. Visualize all being surrounded and permeated by the calm and comforting light that you are breathing out from your heart today. Breathing in deeply, resting in this space of compassion and loving awareness. Now bring your hands together in prayer in front of your heart. Let us close this meditation with the offering of compassion to people everywhere, to all forms of life, without limit, without exception. Send out the intention that all beings may be free of pain and suffering. May all be well and happy. May there be peace, compassion, and unity between all beings. Let us bow our head towards the tips of our fingers and seal the sacred container of today's compassion practice. The light that resides in me bows to the light that resides inside you. Let the good in me salute the good in you. Namaste. Thank you for tuning in to today's Slow Sunday episode. I truly hope that you enjoyed it. You can connect with me over at theomcollective.org. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to review and rate. I will be back on Friday with a soulful conversation, and then again on Sunday with another meditation or sleep story. So until next week, stay well, stay safe, and may you live your life with ease. Namaste.
Connect your inner state of calm and tune into Slow Sundays every Sunday at the Om Collective podcast. Your host Claire will share with you meditations, sleep stories, mindful moments, and other relaxation tools to help you journey into a more calmer, present, and intentional state of being.
Tune in to